Kevin Herter yesterday, I watched him go through basically a regular pregame routine. What was he able to do today, and kind of where's he at?
The jumping up and down is fine for him. It's the lateral cutting that is an issue. So I don't know where he'll be at tomorrow. He didn't do anything in practice when we did stuff that was live. He was totally out of that. But he can catch and shoot. It's more the cutting, the stopping, the planting, that kind of stuff has been what's caused him some discomfort. So we'll see how he responds today and see if he's able to go through shoot around tomorrow.
Alonzo also sat out, I'm assuming?
No, Alonzo did some stuff today. I think he's feeling better. Definitely sore, but I don't think it's certainly not at the level it was when he first injured it. But he's going to have to probably deal with it for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So he does feel better than he did a couple days ago, but it'd be something he'll have to manage.
Billy, with Ayo out for the season, just as you kind of look back at the season for him, how do you feel about what he was able to accomplish? Do you feel like he hit kind of the milestones that you wanted him to hit in terms of the season?
Yeah, I think he was having a great year because he was a big catalyst, I think, for why and how we changed the way we were trying to play stylistically. Like, he really was a great engine in terms of pushing the ball, creating pace, creating tempo. He had a lot on his plate this year, quite honestly, because he clearly was one of our better perimeter defenders. We put him on a lot of the, primary assignments defensively on the perimeter, and then he's obviously trying to maintain and keep pace. So I think he was playing great. I think this was a year for him, quite honestly, that was a really another good year in terms of his growth, because I think coming out of his first year where he kind of seamlessly came in, maybe outperformed what people thought he would. That second year, I think he got humbled, quite honestly. Last year, he really performed well, and I think he took another step. But, as you lose DeMar and as you lose Zach and as you lose primary scorers, what happens is you become a little bit closer to the head of the depth chart, in terms of scouting reports, game plans, and those kind of things. And then the responsibility to have to play on the defensive end of the floor. So I think it was good, the situation that he was put into, but I do give him a lot of credit for helping us be able to play the way we've tried to play.
He's talked pretty extensively with me about this being a year where he really committed to wanting to be kind of like an anchor for this team, both as a vocal leader and just kind of in the standard that he was setting. How important was that for you in terms of just having kind of a young guy step up into maybe that younger, like, vet role in that way?
Yeah, I think what ends up happening. I mentioned this a little bit when I first came here, when Wendell was here and Lowry was here and even Kobe was here. It's a big responsibility to dump leadership responsibilities on guys that are in their first and second year, or even their third year for that matter. They just don't have enough experience. They're trying to figure out their own way in the league. I think if you look at the fact that Kobe's in his sixth year, Patrick's in his fifth year, Ayo again has got multiple years. They need to start leading, and that was kind of one of the things we had talked about in the summer with all the three of those guys, is how they were going to use their voice. I think last year people talked about Kobe maybe stepping up and doing a little bit more of that, but he also needs help. And the one thing I respect about Ayo is he's not afraid to speak, and he needs to use it, and I think he did do that. So that's why I'm saying, like, the growth in between the lines, leadership-wise, all those kind of things. And I love Ayo from the standpoint that he's ultra competitive and he's all about the team. And he's all about trying to figure out a way to help the group. So he's really selfless in a lot of ways, and just love his spirit. I think we're going to miss that, in a lot of ways these last, 20, 21 games.
Have you heard of a day that this surgery is scheduled for?
They said, no, not confirmed, but hopefully sometime this week.
Okay. We're going to talk to him tomorrow.
Yeah, sometime this week they're hoping, but I don't have a specific date.
Is that going to be here in Chicago?
I don't want to misspeak. I'm not quite sure.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.